Hello friends, I am Aman Poddar, and if you have clicked to watch the video, it means one of two things. Either you are preparing for RBI Grade B, or in general you are interested to know about the life of a RBI manager. So in either case, I'll explain it to you whatever I can. So for those of you who do not know me, I have joined RBI in April 2024 as manager, and thinking about it, this is December 2025, and just 2 years back in December 2023 on 13th December, I remember the results came in and it did change everything. I mean, when you are doing something or you want to do something, you are preparing for it, working so hard, and when the day result comes and you are selected, it's a different feeling. I remember that I went blank for quite some time. I was not able to understand, to comprehend that now this is finally the time. Now I have cleared it, I'll join RBI, my life would be different and whatnot. I remember back at that time I was at SBI. So SBI's training center it was, where the result came. So again, in this video what I intend is to motivate you guys by sharing my journey, my experiences in RBI. But first of all, disclaimer, whatever I say is my personal view. It does not pertain to anything for my organization, right? And secondly, let us all respect the rules that are there in place, and I cannot share anything that is internal news, anything that is related to my work which is not in the public domain. And I am able to make this video only because the department I am working in is public oriented in a sense. So in this video I'll be talking about some things that I can share, but again, one last request from my side. I will not be able to entertain any request about further notification of RBI Grade B, any other post, or about the exact salary structure, maybe my salary slip or anything that is internal. I would not be able to share with you guys. With this, I'd like to start the video. If you all do not know, I am posted in Agartala, that is in Tripura, and this December marks my 20th month here, and it has been quite great, like you would expect. But then again, to just set the note, RBI is a very big institution. There are a lot of departments, there are a lot of places that you can work at, so the experiences are very varied. I have a lot of friends in a lot of departments, and the stories they share, their challenges, their experiences, and what they get to do, what they get to experience, it is completely different from what I do, what I have felt till now. So my life has been splendid after I have joined RBI. No problems at all. I mean, no complaints, I would mean. Only gratitude towards God, my family members, my employer, and everyone who is there along with me. So the department I am working in, it is called FIDD, Financial Inclusion and Development Department. As the name suggests, this department is very public oriented. The department mostly intends to do the financial literacy of the people who are, let's say, in the marginalized society, who are not in the ambit of formal finance and who needs some hand holding. So for this, what we do is that we carry out various camps. We organize various camps for different substratas of the society, be it the farmers, the entrepreneurs, the students, the school teachers, and many more, and SHG women. That is one part of the department. Apart from the financial literacy camps, what the department also does is to monitor the credit flowing in the state, mostly in the priority sector, and we also do something about MSMEs for their development. So this was about the department. Now we would come to another part, that is learnings. So after joining RBI, there are 3 trainings that RBI Grade B officers go through. These are the mandatory trainings, and apart from these trainings, I have also had the chance to go to very specific and specialized trainings regarding my department, and also some other trainings that is not quite related to the department, but it just increases your knowledge. So whenever and wherever you hear that RBI is a knowledge institution, please believe it. It is. We are always encouraged to keep learning new things. We are always encouraged to go to some trainings and acquire new skills, keep reading books, journals, financial magazines, and everything. So if you are someone who is sort of very passionate about finances and economics and anything that you just really want to do, in terms of the department you're working in, or that would in some way add to the value towards your work. You'd be encouraged to do that. That was about the training. The third is about the exposures that I have got. As I have mentioned earlier, that the experiences people have in RBI, or for that matter in any institution that is very heterogeneous in terms of the work that they do, is very varied. So that is the thing with me. Since I am in this department and posted in a northeastern state, I have got to experience certain things that my friend would not even dream of. For instance, in last financial literacy week in February 2025, we have had the chance to host the Honorable Governor of the state, and matter of fact, I've got a chance to interact with him. Similarly, recently, the Chief Minister of Tripura himself came and inaugurated the stall of RBI at a regional Saras fair, and the Chief Secretary of the state has graced more than one program of RBI. So these were the three things that were the highlight of my exposures at a small office. Apart from that, you get to meet various senior people of RBI at various forums, at various discussions, and that really teaches you a lot. So that is the culture here in RBI, the learning culture. This was about the exposure, and apart from that, I'll tell you about the peace of mind, or let's say work-life balance. I'm sure if you're preparing for RBI Grade B, this would be one of your sort of main reasons to join RBI, and correctly so. The work-life balance is very good. Okay, after that I would want to talk a bit about the salary part, and I'm sure if you are really preparing for it, you must have gone through several videos of several coaching institutes, claiming to have that RBI Grade B officers get this much of the salary, and then some salary slip videos and whatnot. But let me tell you quite frankly that salary would not be an issue. You are paid handsomely in this job, and whatever you are seeing on videos about the salary slips, you will end up getting more than that, because there are a lot of perks and allowances that you get that is not reflected in the salary. So it is always good to leave something for the surprise that you would get when you join RBI. So this part apart, I would like to speak a bit about the challenges that you face during preparation and motivation journey. So I'll take you back to 2022 when I joined Uttar Bihar Gramin Bank as a probationary officer in RRB. So back then, life was completely different. I was posted at a very rural location in a district of Bihar, and the work that I used to do there, I used to think almost every day, maybe twice a day, that what am I doing? I'm not made for this, or maybe how fast I could clear RBI and go work in that institution. But what I really learned from the journey that I had, first working in a corporate and then wanting to join RBI, and meantime in the journey joining Uttar Bihar Gramin Bank, then SBI, then coming to RBI, is that patience is a very big virtue that you should have. If you learn it willingly, that is well and good, or else the time will teach you somehow. So what I would suggest is that in whatever phase of preparation you are, if you are a full-time student or you are a working aspirant, do your best. Start with having faith in yourself that I can do it. A lot of people clear it in first attempt, a lot of people clear it in the last attempt, a lot of people clear it with no coaching help or no courses. So what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of people with a lot of backgrounds, a lot of there's a very heterogeneous group of people who clear the exam. So first of all, keep believing in yourself. Second, be very, very thorough and very, very honest with your preparation. And also third thing, you would be seeing a lot of videos about how to clear the exam, topper strategy and whatnot. So I have told this since I have been making videos on YouTube. You could even find it on my first video, that strategies are best suited when it is tailor-made as per your strengths, your weaknesses, your situation, the time you have at hand. So you cannot just copy and paste some topper strategy and think that it would work for you. I mean, it might, but what you really need to do is that you need to dig in. You need to do some mistakes, you will get frustrated, you'll get irritated, sometimes you'll feel so low, but after all those experiences, you would find something that suits you the best. Yes, you see the videos of the toppers, you take clues from there, you know, hear their strategies, and then you pick and choose what is useful to you, what is useful for your situation. That is how you will be able to make a tailor-made strategy that will suit you. And if you are someone, you know, who have tried 2 times 3 times, and you are feeling a bit demotivated, I'll suggest you that you might be more closer than you think about, you know, than you realize. So you are always very close to clearing the exam. I'm sure some people would be there who are just, you know, missing the prelims by some sectional cutoff of 0.5 0.25. Someone must have missed the mains by 2 marks, or final interview, a final selection by a few marks. It happens to everyone. Maybe not to those people who have cleared it on the first attempt, but it did happen to me. I gave the first attempt back in 21 with like zero preparation. I was working in my IT job, and I just sat through it. I could not clear it because that year, you know, the pattern was changed after 2019 exam, where the cutoff was, I think, 122. So after that I gave the exam in 2022, and then I cleared the prelims, I cleared the mains, but I got only 25 marks in the interview, and I could not make the final list. I was very demotivated, but then you have to start again, you have to start from the scratch, and then you have to, you know, think about what mistakes you could have made. Then you have to, you know, implement your strategy a bit better this time. You have to have perseverance and trust in yourself. And then again, when I gave the exam in 2023, you know, prelims happened, mains happened. I was still working. I joined SBI just, I think, a week before prelims exam that year. And then just before the interview, when you have planned that, okay, just before the interview I'll take a leave, I'll, you know, study this much, or these are the main things that I have to cover. And just a week prior to my interview, I was down with dengue, so I could not study anything, literally anything, in the last 7 days. But still, since I was preparing, you know, I was in touch with the news and everything that is required, and also I got tremendously lucky. I have gratitude that I did make the final list. So it could be your story. Maybe next year it could be your story, or maybe for the people who are appearing in this cycle of the exam, this could be your story. So all I'm trying to say is that yes, this job is worth it. You get everything. You get a good salary, you get very good learning experience, you get the respect that I think forgot to mention about in the earlier part of the video. Whenever you introduce yourself, someone, maybe your relative or anybody even in the government, when you go meet them and they ask you, okay, where do you work, and then you say you're a manager in RBI, you know, it hits different. It hits different with your family members or your social interactions. People would straight up, you know, look up to you, and then you'll feel the respect coming in your way. At the end, I would like to say that keep working hard and you'll make the cut. Thank you.